You're going to love this. Trust me, what you're seeing now is my normal state.
Welcome, I'm Spaghetti King, and this is Welcome, ? A polite vampire asks if you have blood to spare by Seaglass. So yet another one by Seaglass. Of course I do, because I've had quite the Seaglass drought, and this was, very good, and I had a lot of options to pick in terms of vampire audios to cover. Because there are just a lot of good vampire things coming out as of late, vampire ones. And there was a sort of good succubus one by Koibito, I think you were calling him, but it was just a bit too much for me to cover. I said, it's a little bit too much for me, so we'll just cover this. This is one of the best vampire ones I've ever seen. This is a really, really good one. So it begins with this vampire girl hopping into your window at nighttime. She just kind of pops in. She doesn't knock, she gives a little, that's how it begins. And she, slowly explains that she is a vampire, but she only recently became a vampire. And she's been feeding on animals and whatnot, and she has not eaten on a human. So, as of right now, her only option is she doesn't want to continue eating animals because she thinks it's immoral. So her only other option is to eat the blood, or I guess drink the blood, consume the blood. You would be basically drinking blood, although I guess you can have solid forms of blood, because, blood is flaky after all, but, drinking blood of humans willingly. So, she comes in, and apparently, because your window was open and other people's weren't. It's the summertime, open your bloody windows, people, really. But, she asks you. And, she pretty much, after explaining that, just says, can I drink your blood? She pretty much says. But then she pretty much explains kind of like her situation, where she says that, she wouldn't just feed on your blood like crazy or whatever. She brought bandages, and she was disinfectant and whatnot, so she knows what she's doing. So it's going to be like taking a blood needle or something. She explains her kind of like backstory, that after she became a vampire, she ran away from home. She ran away from family. She wouldn't know what they would think of her or whatnot. She asks you if she should really survive, if you think she should survive. And you say, yeah, you think she should survive, and she says, well, probably not looking forward to, having your blood eaten in that case. And you know what? I'm not particularly looking forward, Not particularly looking forward to the flesh, being taken away, look at the veins pumping, right? But, I concede in this case. I accept the offer. All right. And more on that later, because that's the conclusion of the video. But after that, she pretty much explains her process of how she would to go around consuming your blood. She actually explains what would happen if I bit you and there'd be this open wound with high circulation and whatnot. And I know how to, she explains that she'll her fangs have a venom on them that basically will make me pass out after she bites me. So it'll be like taking a needle for 5 seconds, then I'll I'll just, pass out or whatever. Apparently is how it goes. So, um, she actually explains the whole process in detail, which is not something I really expected, right? But yeah, apparently I'll have this, I'll have an open wound and she'll bandage that up for me, which apparently she learned from the nurse, so, there's that. And, she knows what she's doing, apparently, so this is all part of her plan. I guess I'll take this opportunity to talk about the art. The art is this what looks like a rather small girl, and she's got red eyes and some pale skin and white hair, always a nice anime look, tied together with black bows, black ribbon kind of look, like I can like. And she's wearing what looks like a white shirt, but it's covered in blood, and she also has blood coming from her mouth as well. So, messy vampire mode. And the background is just like a blurred, stormy kind of look, but we like. And that's the art, and it's nice. It's a nice kawaii kind of thing. I can imagine, having my nice vampire cohort of this kind of young stock. And she says that she's apparently going to be 17 forever. So honestly, you really couldn't have a better age to just live forever. Honestly, being 17 forever, I could not choose one better. I mean, people will maybe say 25. Nah, dude, 17 forever. That's the best thing you could. Ah, man, if I could choose any age to live forever, that's where I'd be choosing, dude. That's where it's at. And maybe some people will find that suggestive. Maybe other people will just blanket agree. But seriously, that's cool, dude. But pretty much it just goes after her explaining the process. She says that she's gonna just hold me at the side of my bed, so I'll just be sitting at my bed here, and she'll bite me, right on my neck. It's gotta be the neck apparently. And apparently, like 5 seconds after that, I'm just gonna go. I just pass out apparently. So that's apparently the process. That's what it looks like. So. That's how it goes. And, she'll, bandage me up, apparently. Although, she does have a problem spilling the blood, as the art shows, and apparently she tried biting into a little blood bag, and apparently that's where all the things spilled all over her face, so. I mean, she says that this is just going to be like a normal blood transfusion, but blood can be a bit flaky, so I mean, I'm hoping this will be okay, right? And after that, she pretty much just asks, so, are you okay with this? And after I wake up, she'll check on me in the morning, and if I think it's okay, then we can apparently make it a regular thing. She'll just, I guess, stay with me and live off me blood. Wow. So, would I accept? This is the deep question. Would Spaghetti King accept living with this vampire who lives off his blood now? I mean, number one, as someone who follows Jesus Christ, we need to oppose vampires because, of course, they were cursed by Satan. But you see, this is a little bit of a different situation because this vampire, number one, she says that she doesn't want to be a vampire. She wanted to, she didn't want to live forever. She wanted to have a family and whatnot. So she didn't want this. Number two, hasn't killed anyone. So has not committed, a mortal sin necessarily. So this is a little bit of a different scenario. And, in this case, you may have been cursed by the devil. But in a sense, we've all been cursed by the devil because we're all fallen. So, I can negotiate with this vampire if this vampire has not committed an unforgivable sin. So, I'm willing to negotiate. And, I think, because she says she'll repay the debt. You know, if I'm willing to negotiate, and she's going to live forever, so I'm willing, and in exchange, it's very simple. Just look after my successors, alright? Look after my successors. Look after my children, and my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren. I mean, like, I don't mean, like, take care of them literally. I just mean, you know, make sure they're okay, alright? Make sure they're okay. If there's problems, then, you know, be around. So I can have some kind of guarantee into the far future that, you know, my bloodline that you're feeding off of will, you know, be secure. In exchange, you know, there you go. In exchange, right? In exchange, I'm willing, okay? Yeah, because, you know, I'm strong, I'm a big boy. I have some blood to give, so, you know, I'm willing in this case, alright? That's my terms, is basically just stick around, alright? Stick around with the Spaghetti King bloodline, alright? You know, the future Spaghetti Kings, stick around. And, you know, in exchange, there you go. So, that's my deal, you know. And, yeah. So, yeah, that's the conclusion, that's how it goes. You know, as it is with, I mean, normally I say with Seaglass, the highlights are a bit more scattered. This really stepped that up, I would say. This was basically almost all consistently good. I say normally some Seaglass audios can feel just a little bit slow on occasion. I don't have that feeling from this at all, and I've said sometimes for that reason they can lack in being rewatchable. I have no problem rewatching this. This was really good, like I said. The scenario is great, like I said. I would honestly, if I wanted to write fanfiction, this would be a great scenario to just write a fanfiction off of, because it's not a normal vampire situation, it's an unwilling vampire. It's not one I see very commonly in ASMR at all. I like the scenario a lot. I like the character a lot. I like the setup a lot. I like the little details she put in. It may be probably the only problem I could state with this is that there's quite a bit of explaining in this audio. Explaining, oh, well, you know, I'll bite your neck like this, and I'll treat the wound like this, and I have this here. And some people may think that's kind of a bit more dull, because I know some people don't like explaining, but I mean, over here, there's a reason we use anime art all the time. It's because we like anime, and if you like anime, you're okay with long-winded explanations, most likely, and as am I. So, I don't really have a problem with that, but I could see where someone does. So yeah, and the only other problem I might have is she ended up kind of repeating some things, sort of. Like, again, she kind of explained how she would bite you, and, you know, she's like, oh, it's not gonna kill you. It's a minor thing, but, it's a minor thing, but it is what I can say. So, other than that, I really don't have much to say. I explained the art, I explained the scenario, characterization is explained by the scenario. I mean, I really do like the characterization because I like the idea of this vampire who doesn't want to be a vampire and is basically trying to, like, mediate with a human over here. I actually really like it. So I really like the scenario, I really like all that. So, I think that's all I have to say. So, yeah, let's see, I'll give you the rating here. No fading, but whatever. And the rating, so audio 4 out of 5, wholesome rating 4 out of 5. You know, audio just kind of quiet, and the wholesome rating, of course, I mean, she's talking about, like, biting my neck and whatnot. It's very wholesome, but, you know, biting my neck is kind of, you know, overall rating 9 out of 10. Just like it's like a high 9 out of 10, like nearly 10, but just slightly down. And the rank legend. So personally, you bet me. But you know, and that's pretty much what I have to say. So Seaglass. So happy that Seaglass is back, dude. I had been missing. I've been missing. I've been watching a couple classic Seaglass audios, and I'm like, man, where had this gone? I miss, dude. And it's like, we're back. We're back. We're back. And I'm happy, dude. I'm very, very happy. Seaglass is back. The days are blessed. We were saying, things were going to be very bad this May. It's coming into June. And, maybe things are turning around, I'm happy, dude. I'm happy, dude. Very good. So this is a really, really, really good ASMR. This is a highlight. So, thank you for watching. I'm Spaghetti King. I love you all, and farewell.